what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to live inside of this very large, very fancy grass block house. Have you ever wanted to live inside of a grass block? Probably not, but now you can. If you enjoy this video, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. I honestly would. It helps the channel out loads and loads and loads when you do hit that like. And if you would like to live inside some more weird houses or some fun houses, check out the card system and the description below for all of my other fun and live inside house playlists. So check those out, card system, description below. Thank you so much for supporting the videos, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's get to it. Before we begin, roughly speaking, we'll need about a 16 by 16 block area to make this house. We actually need an area that is a little bit bigger than this because we do have a very slight garden and waterfall on the front of the house, but roughly this amount of space is required. We also need all of these materials that you can see in my inventory and hotbar right now. Please make sure that you have all of them, and just as a little disclaimer, sometimes I do forget some materials. I'm very forgetful, so I do apologize if I do. Grab all of these, make sure you got enough room, and we can begin. So I am going to be starting off this tutorial. I have my 16 by 16 grid right here. I want to begin on the very front left hand corner of this grid, and I want to move right from this block, this corner block, by one. So from this block right here, I want to place 10 brown concrete coming upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then place a black terracotta on top of that. Go right with a grey concrete. Then a black terracotta. Then a brown concrete. Then a green concrete. Then a brown concrete. Then a lime concrete. Then a brown concrete. A green concrete, a black terracotta, and then 4 brown concrete. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can connect that block all the way down to the ground using your brown concrete, by the way. You can then go left of the block that hit the ground by 1 using your brown concrete. Place a black terracotta on top of this, and then place a brown concrete on top of that. Go left of the brown concrete by 2 using black terracotta. 1, 2. But also go on top of that brown concrete by 3 with the brown concrete. 1, 2, 3. Then place a light grey concrete on top of that. Like that. You also want to add a few more details. For instance, where we have this black terracotta, is it black? Yep, black terracotta right here next to this green. We want to place a grey concrete underneath this, a black terracotta underneath that, and a black terracotta also to the right of the grey, like so. We also want to place brown concrete to the left of the grey terracotta and the black. Well, that's not terracotta, but you guys get the idea. The grey block and the dark brown block, which is actually black, somehow, don't exactly know how. We want to go down from this brown concrete by 3. 1, 2, 3, using brown concrete. Then place a black terracotta. Then go left of this with a grey concrete. Place 2 brown concrete on top. 1, 2. Then place 2 glass going up. 1, 2. Go left of the glass with your glass. 1, 2, like that. Place brown concrete left of the glass. Then take the bottom brown concrete and place a light grey to the left of this. Then a brown to the left. From this brown, you want to do 2 things. Number 1, you want to go left once more, then place a black terracotta and 1 on top, but you also want to take that brown concrete block and you want to go down from it, then place a black terracotta, and then place 2 brown concrete coming down, 1, 2, followed by 2 glass, 1, and then, this might be hard, come on, no, there, and then place glass left of the glass, like that, then place brown concrete underneath the glass, like this. So far we want to have something which should look like this, which is quite complicated really. Anyway, what we now want to do is we want to take the brown concrete at the bottom of the window that we've created, and we want to extend it to the right by 2, using brown concrete again. 1, 2. Then place 2 oak doors, 1, 2, and that's perfect, because now what we can do is we can fill all of this in using brown concrete. So everywhere inside of the shape that we've made, we should have a nice closed shape. We want to just completely fill it in using our brown concrete. It should be fairly simple to do. Yeah, just like that. Perfection. Now, once we have that looks a little bit weird to me. Once we have that, we are going to make this look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to grab oak fence, wooden trapdoors, some grass blocks, and it'd also be nice if we had a little, some sort of flour or something, or maybe even some bone meal. I'll show you what we're going to be up to. So, where we have this bottom left-hand window here, we want to place grass blocks underneath the window, with wooden trapdoors all the way around the grass blocks, and then I'm going to place flowers inside of the grass. Choose your favourite flower. I'm then going to place oak wood slabs above the window, like this, just directly above the glass, not like in front of it or anything. I also want to take this window all the way up here, and I want to place grass blocks underneath the window, and I want to place oak slabs going left and right of the grass, with oak fence on top of the slabs, coming up as high as the window. I then want to place a row of oak slabs coming across the top of the window, which also connects together the oak wood fence. And then I'm going to extend up the 2 middle slabs to form solid blocks, like that. Maybe I could even extend out the middle blocks as well to create a bit more of an interesting shape. Does that look weird? I'll let you be the judge. I'm going to place wooden trapdoors all the way around the grass at the bottom of the window, and I'll fill it in using poppies. Yeah, that looks quite good. I don't know how I feel about the window exactly. I'm going to leave it a little bit just to see. Okay, so next we have to do the entrance. Entrance all the way down here. We want to place 2 oak fence left and right of the door. Okay, so what that means is left of the door as high as the door, right of the door as high as the door. Then we want to place a row of oak wood slabs directly above the door, connecting the oak fence from the left to the right, extend the middle up, maybe extend the middle bit outwards as well. Does that look weird? I don't know. Once again, I'll decide whether I like it later, or it doesn't have to be figured out now. Now, once you have done that, that's quite a bit of detail on the front of the house. Let's do a little bit more. So, coming up to the top of our grass block now, we're going to add a bit more detail in that we need some light grey concrete, some green concrete, and some lime concrete. And you can move all of the concretes closer together. We won't even be needing doors anymore anyway. It's kind of bothering me that the concretes are actually, like, not right at the end. I don't know why that's bothering me. Maybe I'm a little OCD. Okay, so we want to take the very top of our grass block, okay? And we want to begin on the left-hand side here. And on this left-hand side, on top of this black terracotta, place a lime concrete. Right of that, a black terracotta. Then a lime. 2 green. Then a brown. Then a lime. Then a green. Lime. Green. A brown. And then 3 lime concrete. 1, 2, 3. Like that. We're going to come all the way over to the left again, and we are going to start on top of this first block. We're going to go right, and we'll place a lime concrete, then a green, then we will place ourselves 8 lime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then a green, then 2 lime, 1, 2, and then a brown, like that. We then simply want to place a row of lime green concrete that starts from the second block in on top of this green concrete right here, that goes all the way over to the right, and it stops just before you get to this brown concrete. So the shape that we're looking for should look exactly like this. And that is a significant amount of this build. It is simply just kind of like building up the front of the house, and then the rest of the house actually comes really easy and naturally. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. So now that we have this, we want to come to the very front bottom left hand corner of the house. The very first block that we ever placed was this brown concrete right here. Well, you want to place a brown concrete coming left and backwards from this first concrete. So right here. You then want to extend this backwards by 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then go up on top of this block by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We then want to place ourselves a black terracotta. To the right of it, a grey concrete. A black terracotta. Brown. Green. Brown. Lime. Brown. Green. Then we're just going to do 5 brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on top of this, we want to, going from left to right, place a lime concrete, black terracotta, lime, 2 green, 1, 2, then a brown, lime, green, lime, green, brown, 3 lime. For the next row, going from left to right, place a lime, a green, 8 lime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then place a green, 2 lime, 1, 2, and then a brown. And for the next row, place an entire row of a lime green directly on top of this row that is 1 shorter on either side. So it does not, absolutely does not want to connect whatsoever to the previous row on like the left or the right hand side. You can see what I've done there. Anyway, once you've done that, the next thing that we're going to do is we want to fill this in, okay? I would recommend, first of all, completely filling it in with brown concrete. That might be a good place to start, alright? Because we want to make each one of the 4 sides of the grass block a little bit different. Just to make it look a little bit more interesting, I don't want every single side to be the absolute same. You can indeed change it how you want to change it. So if we start off with a blank slate like this, alright? Let's add a couple of things in this. So let's add a grey concrete here that looks like a rock, and then maybe like one here that looks like a rock as well. Maybe we'll add like a light grey in this position, and then maybe in this position as well, so we kind of have like a bit of a square thing going on. We could even have like a grey concrete in the middle with like black terracotta all the way around it, so that it kind of looks like a stone that's in the middle. Then we could have a few distressed parts of the actual grass block here, made out of like black terracotta. That actually looks kind of good. We've kind of made a little bit of a pattern actually. But the idea is that it just looks a little bit random. It doesn't look like the front of the house. So do something like this. It doesn't have to be in the same positions that I've added stuff. I would encourage you to add your own stuff in your own positions. Make it look how you like it. Okay. Now that you've done this side, we want to go ahead and we want to do the back. So we want to take this very back bottom corner of the dirt block house, and we want to place a brown concrete block coming backwards and across the back of the build. So here, then go left of it by 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We then want to go up by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like this. And then what we want to do is, I'm thinking about this. I kind of want to just copy what we have on that side of the dirt block, just so that we don't have the same thing on absolutely every side. Or maybe, yeah, I kind of... No, you know what? Never mind. We'll have the same thing. We'll have the same tops, but we'll change the middles. So on top of this 9th block, we're going to place a black terracotta. Right of it, a grey concrete. Then a black terracotta, a brown concrete, a green, a brown concrete. Then I want to place a lime, a brown, then a green, a black terracotta, and then 4 brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. I'm then going to, on top of this next row, going from left to right, place a lime, a black terracotta, lime, 2 green, brown, lime, green, lime, green, a brown, and then a 3 lime. Then for the next row, going from left to right again, I'm going to place a lime, green, 8 lime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a green, 2 lime, and a brown. And to finish this off, I'm going to place an entire row of lime concrete that is 1 shorter on either side than any other side, like that. Then I'm going to fill the bottom part of this in using brown concrete, and then once I have done this, I'm then going to figure out how I want to fill the bottom of this in. So it's probably going to be, once again, a little bit different than all of the other sides. I just kind of want to fill in, I just kind of want to like just go with the flow. I just want to knock out some blocks, chuck some light grey and some dark grey in there, and a little bit of black terracotta too. So now that we have this, I'm going to knock out a couple of blocks, maybe like here, maybe like here. So maybe like that this time, and then maybe like knock out these blocks here, maybe like even here as well, something like that. And let's fill this in. So I kind of like a grey concrete here, black terracotta around there, maybe like a light grey here, a grey concrete here, maybe like a little bit of black terracotta, maybe even a light grey here, maybe like dark grey here, a bit more black terracotta, maybe even like a light grey. So just kind of like randomly placing stuff. It just looks a little bit nicer. Like now that we can see 2 sides, it just looks a little bit more interesting, I think, than to just repeat the same side. But you can just repeat the front again and again and again if you want. Let's move over to the final side now. So this final side, the 4th side, we want to first of all connect it together diagonally. So we want to place a row of brown concrete that connects this corner from the front all the way to this corner at the back, just like that. We then want to take the block closer to the front, which is this block right here, of course, and we want to extend this block upwards by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We then want to place a black terracotta, and then a grey to the right, black terracotta, then a brown, green concrete, then a brown, lime, then a brown, then a green, black terracotta, then 4 brown. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then for the next row, going from left to right, we want to place a lime, then a black terracotta, then a lime, 2 green, brown, then a lime, green, lime, green, brown, 3 lime, like that. Then for the next row, place a lime, green, 8 lime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then place yourself a green, 2 lime, brown. And then we want to place an entire row of lime concrete that is 1 shorter on either side, just like that. Perfect. Then we're going to fill the entire middle part of this in using brown concrete. Just like this. Probably a little bit more accurate than me. Like this. And then once we have finished this, finished filling this in with the brown concrete, we can of course modify it until we are happy. So like that. And on this side, I mean, if you want to add more windows and stuff, by the way, guys, feel free. Like, just to show you, like, you can just copy, like, the small window at the front. So, like, let's say you wanted to place a window here. Destroy, like, 4 rows or 4 blocks. Place a bit of glass in it. A little bit of oak wood slabs above it. Grass blocks underneath. Place a little bit of wooden trapdoorage around the grass blocks, like this. Like that. Then just chuck some poppies or something in it as well. And you'll notice that something like that, it's the exact same as what we have on the opposite side. But it's up to you whether you want to add it. You could even add some second story windows as well. You know, don't think that you're limited to, you know, what I've done, because you don't have to be. You can, you know, do whatever you want. So I'm also going to just add a little bit of detail here as well. This might be enough actually. Let me see. So maybe like a little bit light grey around there. Yeah, reverse it a little bit, why not? And then grey concrete here, a little bit of black terracotta. We've already got a light grey in this vicinity. Why not a light grey down here? And why not maybe a little bit of black terracotta? Something like that might be alright. I don't know whether that's a bit boring though. Maybe like a little bit of grey concrete here. Maybe liven it up a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks fine. So now we've kind of done like all 4 sides of the grass block. It actually looks really cool. I love this build. It's really, really cool. Once you've done that, we have to connect the corners together at the top. So like, you know where we have this gap here? You just want to place a green concrete, or a lime concrete rather, a lime concrete in the corners, connecting like all the corners together at the top. Very easy. Just like this. Just connect all the corners together, just like that. Perfect. And then you're going to want to fill in the top of this using grass blocks. This might take a while, FYI. I say might, it will take a while. It's quite a big area. We're going to fill this in with grass blocks, right? And the next idea is basically this. So once we have filled all of this in using grass blocks, the entire top of this thing, we're then going to add like a mound, kind of like a little island in the middle of the top of this thing. So it wants to be a bit higher. And we kind of want to have like a little bit of a stream on top. And by stream, I mean like, you know, like a water source that's kind of like flowing. And we want to have it flow off of the front of the grass block, okay? And it wants to hit the floor somewhere in front of the front right-hand side of the grass block. I'll show you what I mean once we get to it, but the first stage is filling the top of this in with grass blocks. Now the next thing is going to be to create like a little bit of an island on the top of this thing, okay? So just kind of like create a rough circular-ish sort of shape like this. So, well, I say circle, kind of like a solid shape like that, right? Fill it in using grass blocks, because we do want it to be higher. That's kind of a thing that we would like. We do want it to be a little bit higher. I also want a tree to be in the middle of it. So right about here, I would say, would be a good place for a tree. I'm going to use oak wood sapling. I'm going to place a bone meal. I don't. Why do some trees grow with vines? I don't get it. Anyway, doesn't matter. It looks fine to me. Or does it? I hate the vines. I don't like vines. I mean, I like the videos vines, but I don't like vines on trees. I'm then going to place. I kind of. So here's the thing, right? I want to have a little bit of stone up here, kind of like in the corner. So I want a little bit of stone up here. All right. Now, we kind of want to have, like, a stream, like I said. So, we kind of want to lead the stone towards the front of the house like this. Towards the front corner, like that, okay? And we kind of want to build up a little bit of bone meal and stuff around the top as well, because we don't want because we want it to look nice and natural and stuff. So we just put a little bit of bone meal up here. Won't hurt anybody. Just like this. That looks fine. Okay. Now the idea here is we want to place a water bucket right at the back, just like this, and hopefully that'll flow far enough. It doesn't flow far enough. Now we'll place one here, and hopefully it will now flow far enough that it comes off the front of the house. Gonna dig a block right here quickly. I was too slow. Okay, whatever. And well, that's annoying. Okay, one moment. Let me block the water source up here. So it's gonna land here, right? I kind of want to place a little bit of stone slabs and stuff around here, just to kind of like, you know, I kind of just want like that waterfall feel. Like I kind of want a little bit of rock build-up and stuff, if that makes sense. So I don't know. It just looks a little bit better, I think, if we have like a little bit of a rock formation. It drops straight in there. I kind of like how that goes. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I'm going to use a little bit of stone up here too. I want it to look nice and sort of natural. Build up a little bit of stone like this. Maybe even place a bit of like grass blockage around it. Maybe like destroy a couple of these blocks, place some grass block in and around it and stuff. I don't know. Just make it look all natural, something like that, something man-made. That looks a little bit weird with that block there specifically. But what I also want to do, by the way, and here's the thing. I don't want the potion of regeneration. I want to also, gonna pop this. I want to be able to get up to the roof of here. And the way that I think I'm gonna do it is, if you destroy one of the blocks in the river, that will mean that water is going to flow down inside of your grass block. Now, if you stop it from flooding the inside of your grass block, which, you know, well done if you managed to do that. There we go. Now you have a water elevator, I love these things, that will allow you to get all the way up to the roof of your grass block house. Let's just squeeze our way in here. Perfect. There we go. I really think that's kind of like a cool way to get to the roof. It also utilizes the water feature, which was already here. But I mean, that's kind of like the house, guys. I've realized that we've kind of completed it. The only thing that you might want to add for a little bit of variance, perhaps, is maybe like a little bit of leaves. You know, jungle leaves, oak leaves, whatever it is you want to add. Maybe a little bit of leaves around the place up top, just to kind of like, I don't know, break up the colors a little bit. But you absolutely don't have to do that whatsoever. I mean, does that improve the fit? It kind of improves things a little bit. I think maybe if we stick a little bit more up there. Yeah, that kind of looks good. So like from the bottom, you can still very barely see the leaves, but you guys get the idea. And that is the grass block house actually complete. I mean, the inside is completely up to you. I kind of showed you a little sample of the inside at the start of the video, but that's however you want to do that is up to you. But that's actually the grass block house, guys. I'm hoping that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. I honestly would. It helps me out so much, you've got no idea. If you enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel and click the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you got my stuff sent directly to your sub box. Very important stuff. You might have even heard me hit my desk as I said that to reiterate my point. Your sub box. That's going to sound horrible through the microphone. It vibrated the whole stand and everything. If you would like to make any more things by me, please check out the card system and the description below. Whether you want to make silly builds like crafting table houses and chest houses, diamond houses, parrot houses, you know, normal stuff, whether you want to make any of those, or whether it is that you would like to make some actual like proper modern houses, as you might be able to see over there, or maybe even some more survival bases you can kind of see around me, please check out the card system description below. You won't regret it, probably, maybe, can't guarantee that. And that's pretty much everything. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I enjoy making these silly little houses like this. It's really fun for me to do. I hope that you enjoyed it too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And this video subscriber shout out goes to the fireworks are back because I kind of missed them last time. Blair Martin, who left a comment on a recent video of mine that I just really appreciated, and I love reading comments like this, so I thought that I'd give Blair a shout out. If you want to check out Blair's channel, I will leave a link down below in the description, but I'm pretty sure Blair doesn't make videos, not 100% sure on that, but it's always fun to go over there, pop over, maybe just hit subscribe just for the fun of it. It's always fun to see your subscriber count go up no matter how many you have, and whether you make videos or not. Anyway, Blair left this really nice comment. He said, "Thanks TSMC, in all of your videos you helped me so much. I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to comment on your videos recently. I've been very busy. Thank you for all of the help that you have been giving the Minecraft community and the YouTube community. You are the best, thanks." And I don't know, there's just something about comments like that that really do just cheer me up. They really do make me happy. I love seeing stuff like that, and I really do appreciate them. So that's why you have gotten this shout out, Blair. And it just goes to show you that you don't have to be funny in the comments to get a shout out. It's just really being nice is a really great way just to get at the end of one of these videos. It might not have been you this time, but it certainly could be you next time. Remember, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell, and if you just are a positive force in the comment section, you absolutely could get a shout out next. Thank you so much, Blair. I'll see you in the next video.